All right, well, once again, there was no tickets, but we did find a tour guide, so we are going inside Pantheon, which is the best preserved ancient Roman style building in the world. Okay guys, we're about to walk into the Pantheon. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Grazie.
You can record videos, you can take pictures, and I enjoy it.
Grazie, grazie. Wow, look at that. This is so beautiful. And the dome is humongous. This is the largest freestanding dome in the world. And it was built in the ancient Roman times. So even the architects in the Renaissance could not replicate something like this. They didn't know how they make that. Wow.
In its history, Pantheon, temple of all the gods, Romulus, struck by lightning, went to the heavens, so the priests consecrate the ground to the gods, which makes it what's called a temple. So rather than a building with a hole in it, as we just said, it's a hole with a building built around it.
Okay guys, I'm so happy we made it in. We are inside Pantheon in Rome. This building is so unique. It has no parallels, no copies. This is the best preserved building of Roman age in the world. It is almost completely intact like it was way back, so structurally nothing changed. So when you see the ceiling and the walls, most of this stuff is just like it was 2,000 years ago. This building itself, Pantheon, that means multiplicity of gods. So this would be the place where you would come to venerate all of the gods. So you would have 7 places in the walls. You see where the statues are right now. So that's where ancient Roman gods would be. It is fantastic. And so when Constantine, that we talked earlier about, when he won the Milvian Bridge battle, you know, after that Rome quickly became Christianized, and most of the temples actually were knocked down. So unfortunately we don't have many of them still standing in their original form. However, this one, for whatever reason, is kept in its almost originality. Obviously you cannot see any signs of paganism, like Roman paganism. The church has taken those down. However, you can see everything else, the structure, the colors, the marble. So if you really imagine, you can sort of see how it looked in the ancient Roman times. You know, just change the statues and you get a pretty original look. Let me show you a little bit more. So right here, you see these things, these cavities in the wall. We have a beautiful view right now. So there is an oculus, sort of the overseeing eye of the creator, and it would serve to well, of course, provide the light for this, because there's no windows, but also these cavities actually align with a calendar. So the light would shine at a very precise time at a particular square, and that would tell you sort of what religious pagan celebration day you are talking about. And what is really cool, so on solstice, summer solstice, in that main door right there, this is where the emperor would appear. So you would have the doors slowly open up, and there he would stand in his grandeur, and right at that moment, the light from the oculus would shine upon his head. So, that would sort of symbolize his anointment with divinity. So how cool is that? Obviously, you might ask, well, if there's a gigantic hole in the sky, doesn't the water come in? Yes, it does. But that's why you have these holes in the ground. See, there's some here. There's also some here and some there. So literally, the water would just pour down from there, and from the oculus up there, and it would get drained in the ancient Roman sewage system. And so nowadays, what you have, of course, is the Christian version of the Pantheon. So it is run by the church. That's why you see frescoes and paintings, and there's an altar here. But back in the day, this is where the main god would stand. Okay, guys, well, we decided to stay for the mass. It's about 1 hour long. I think it's about 5 o'clock right now, and so. Well, and guys, what happened next was just amazing. So they were looking for a volunteer to say a few words from the Bible in English. And so I raised my hand, and they called me up to the altar right there. And so I had a chance to take part in this Catholic Mass here in Pantheon, which was sort of nerve-wracking when you consider just how old this temple is, right? It was once a pagan site where emperors would come to venerate the old Roman gods for centuries. And then it became one of the most beautiful Catholic churches in Italy and the world. And so to take part in the religious ceremony there was just breathtaking and an experience that I will never forget. But you know, guys, the miracles didn't stop there. So right after the Mass, the priest walked up to us volunteers, me who spoke in English and another lady that spoke in Spanish. And he said, look guys, we can't pay you for the help that you did today, but what we can do is show you something spectacular. Specifically, we'll show you one of the oldest relics located here in Pantheon. And he said, you are more than welcome to bring your families with you. So we took our friends and families, and we went into this secret chamber that is usually off the limits to the public. And so we walked through this winding hallway behind the altar until we ended up in this room that you can see right now. And so inside of that room was placed one of the oldest icons of Christianity ever made. Inside, we saw an icon of Mother Mary and baby Jesus. Now, this icon is supposedly was brought to Pantheon in the 7th century AD from Byzantine Empire, from Constantinople. And even there, in Constantinople at the time, it was already considered to be ancient. It is believed that this icon is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, image of Mother Mary and baby Jesus. How amazing is that, guys? Like, how often do you see something that old? And what makes it so special, of course, is that, there's no paintings or photos of Jesus or Mother Mary, right? So the oldest sources that we have the highest likelihood of perhaps replicating what these historical and spiritual characters look like. So perhaps this is the closest that we can ever get to seeing what Mother Mary and Jesus Christ look like. Who knows? Anyhow, this ancient icon was a treat to see, and I'm so happy that we took a little video of it so you can see it as well.